So my beloved Panasonic TS4 recently bit the dust when I did some underwater filming under the ice. The screen just doesn't turn on anymore. So it's time to usher in a new era of cinematic mediocrity, and I got a new little action camera for that. Boom. So the Apeman comes in this nice little hard shell case. And first impression, it looks pretty nice. Cool, so I'm going to take this out tomorrow for some ice fishing and see how it goes. Alright, so my Panasonic TS4 finally bit the dust and I had to replace it. I bought a cheap GoPro alternative off of Amazon for $100 and immediately returned it. It was a piece of garbage. It looks nice when you first pull it out of the box, but the quality is that of something that comes from a dollar store, and there were just a ton of flaws with it. It was the Apeman A80. Shoots 4K, but I don't even care. I don't even shoot at 4K. Pointless for YouTube, I think. Anyway, I got the Hero 6 and I'm going to test it today and see how well it works for ice fishing in particular. It's Saturday. I've been dying to ice fish all work week. I have 29 minutes until my laundry's done, and there's water out there. Hopefully the ice is deep enough because it's a river. So I'm gonna get a little ice fishing in while I can. Going later today and tomorrow, but getting in every moment I possibly can. I'm here in Omemee, Ontario at the Pigeon River, and there are no signs of life here. No signs of ice fishermen, so that's interesting. I wonder if it's no good, if the ice is no good, if fishing's no good, but maybe it's a gold mine. We'll find out. There is a dam over there, so that can be a little sketchy, but I just drilled a hole and it's perfectly good. The ice just made a big crack, but I think that's just the temperature changing right now. Very cold overnight. Lots of structure here. I can see exposed stumps and all kinds of things, so it'll be interesting. Just hoping for panfish. I know there are muskie in the Pigeon River as well. We'll see. Out of season, so I'm not targeting them, but never know. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, just using a little Blue Fox 1/8 ounce spoon. First drop. I'm in 5 feet of water on a foot of ice. Alright, second hole. Still on 5 feet of water. I think there are some 10-foot pockets around, so I think finding those could be key. Alright, dryer cycle. Let's do it again. This here is exactly why it's so sketchy to ice fish on a river. Back over there, like 10 feet just behind me, there's a good 8 inches of ice. Closer to shore, there's a foot. And here, suddenly, I was looking through this black ice and thinking there's no way that's more than 4 or 5 inches. Because you can see straight through it. And sure enough, there's about 4 inches of ice here. It's good ice, but and perfectly safe for walking, but you never know. Further out, based on currents, there could be 2 inches of ice somewhere out there, so gotta be really careful. I definitely have the ice picks around my neck in a situation like this, even though most of the ice is very safe. You never know with the currents. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, I think that worked as a proof of concept. I'm gonna come out here with a buddy this afternoon. Buddy system's better in a scenario like this where could be a little risky. Laundry's done, I'm gonna go home, come back. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, back out here with my buddy Alexandre.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. And we're on some ice here. It's super clear, beautiful. You can see through it, but it's like a good I don't know, what do you think that is, 8 inches?
Almost 10.
Almost 10 inches of ice, crystal clear. So I'm going to give this a whirl. We're trying to stay on the river channel.
On this side?
Sorry?
This side, you can see the tunnel.
Oh yeah, pretty cool. Crystal clear. Alex has got some old traditional ice fishing rod, if you want to call it that, handle. Let's have a look at it. Can you bring it over here? Pretty neat.
So the line's on one side, and that's how it unwinds. So you stick it in the stone comme ça, you get the fish, and it unspools itself.
Ah, très bien. But you want to use this rod, don't you? My spare.
Because there's no snow here, yes.
Yeah, he does. GoPro, stop recording. Well, we would be driving.
Well, I have to make sure you can drive it.
That's the difference between the 6-inch and the 8-inch. It's about 30% faster. Not to mention you're like 5 times stronger than me. Just look at this ice, perfectly clear.
Just look at it.
You can see the pieces of ice debris floating underneath there. So cool. We've come up to this causeway to see if there's any action in the gap here, but ice is pretty thin. Right here, there's about an inch, inch and a half. We're on about 3.5 inches here. Still nothing. Alright, I'm back. I reviewed some of the footage and I'm really pleased with it so far. For a little camera this big, it does a fantastic job, and even the audio is pretty reasonable. It was fairly windy out there, but the audio is still relatively clear. I was facing bright sun sometimes with backlit subjects, and it did a really good job on the range, and still saturation was good. It was nice pictures, so really pleased with it. Battery held up well too. It was -15 today, and the single battery I had still has 63%, versus the cheap one I got off of Amazon, which I got 4 batteries for, and out in the cold, and none of them worked. I put them in and they immediately said low battery and they shut down. So the GoPro performed well in that regard. It's also nice that the camera is waterproof without any kind of a housing. It's just nice to have that peace of mind when you're using it for fishing and water is always present. So overall, the verdict is that this is an excellent camera for ice fishing. The picture is fantastic, audio is perfectly reasonable for built-in microphones, and then just the ruggedness, waterproofness, and battery life in the cold really made a good first impression today. Also, the audio commands were extremely useful, so you can say start video, stop video. It actually just stopped. I can't even say the words because it'll stop it. But the voice commands are super useful when your hands are occupied, you're fighting the fish, whatever. That didn't happen today. No fish, but just generally not having to take your gloves off to operate the camera, and you can just use your voice. It picks it up really well and accurately. That was really beneficial as well.